Hello, everybody. Sanja and I are in Big Timber, Montana today. We're wrapping up just about a 2 week trip through Montana, visiting our churches and pastors and working in some incredible personal time to see some of the beauty of this great state. There at Glacier National Park and other places up in Lincoln County, the far northwest part of Montana. So it's been a great trip, but I wanted to give you a quick shout out and give you an update on a couple things. First of all, our church for today is the Prairie Church in Beulah, North Dakota, and this is one of our mother churches. This church in the Wapleton Church. The Wapleton Church started and was organized officially in 1929, according to the records at the general headquarters. And this church, the Prairie View Church in Beulah, was organized in 1930. And so these are probably our two longest continuing churches in the north central region, or at least in the Dakotas. Big Timber is another one that is even earlier than this, is probably the longest continuing church in the entire region, right here in Big Timber. But I highlight that in particular just because, I guess, of my raising. My dad taught me early on when I started pastoring. He said, "Son, always look out and honor the older folks and take care of the younger ones. Take care of the little children and take care of the older people in your church. And if you do that, if you'll take care of them, all the people in the middle, they're busy. They're just thankful that you're looking out for their parents. You're looking out for their children." I never forgot that, and that's kind of how I did as a pastor, and I felt like it worked really good. So that's just a little sideline there. So often we get focused on youth and children's ministry, which is extremely important, but we forget the other side of that equation. If we'll honor our elders, God will bless us on both accounts. You could build a case from the Bible that God puts more emphasis on honoring the elders than he does even the younger ones. But anyway, that's another, I think we should take care of both of them. And so that's why I highlight when I see these churches that have given years and years of faithful service, I like to highlight them. And so I want to give a shout out. I've been to the Prairie View Church on several different occasions now, and give a shout out to them. I give you high honor. You have a rich heritage. You have been a team player for the North Central region. You have been the host pastor for several of our youth directors, including the current pastor. He served our region as one of our state director and others. And that's a sacrifice. And I appreciate what you did, Prairie View. You're one of our leading churches, probably per capita. You're probably the leading church in giving to world missions and giving to trailblazers right here in our own region and helping the youth department. And so you per capita, Beulah is a very small little town here there in the Dakotas, and so per capita you are doing a lot of heavy lifting. And so I give honor to the Prairie View Church today, and if you know some of those good folk there across our region, give them a call. Tell them that you're praying for their church and that you love them and you thank them for their leadership. And I want to give a shout out to their great pastor, Brother Daniel and Julie Sansot, a precious family. I have the highest love and regard for them. I recently, after our last ministers meeting, appointed him the district overseer of the North Dakota Central region, and he is doing a great job there, elected to our state council or our regional council. So obviously I'm not the only one that holds a high esteem of this man. And those of you that were at the Dakota camp meeting and were able to hear his report in their personal life and how they are stepping up in a family situation and really taking responsibility for three precious children. I had a chance to meet them a few Sundays ago, and so Pastor Daniel Sansot, I salute you too. You're doing a great job. You love your church. You're very involved in the community. You're a heavy lifter, just like your church in the region. And so you and Sister Julie and your precious children, you are a great asset and blessing to this region. So honor this great church today and their pastor, and give them a big shout out and a salute. And they have been and will be in our prayers today. Also, just real quick, we're starting, the reason why I'm in Big Timber today is I want to give honor to the Androviches and the youth board and all of those that are so faithful in supporting the Department of Youth and Christian Education in our region. And this is their second camp, and this is a teen camp here in Montana. It's been many, many years since we've had youth camps here. We had a blow it out of the park junior camp week before last, and we were out here for that to give honor to them. And so Sanj and I, on our way back into Bismarck, we wanted to spend this afternoon and this evening, and then we'll give them a shout out in the morning as we're heading out. But I just felt like we needed to be here just to let them know, to be boots on the ground, look them in the eye, and say thank you and how proud we are of Pastor Chris doing a great job. He and Sister Krista as our regional youth director. I think we have Brother Mark Voigt, one of our youth board members, coming all the way from Dunseith, and of course our Montana youth board member right here, Justin Countryman, boots on the ground, been very involved. And so both behind the scenes and these two brothers being boots on the ground, I want to give a shout out to the youth board as well. You're doing a great job, brothers, and I thank you for all that you do. So anyway, there's you a quick update. This being prayer for, of course, for the Prairie View Church today. And then let's be mindful throughout this week. We've got teenagers coming from across the state, and I want to see God move in their lives. I know in my own life, youth camps were huge. A lot of personal, delightful memories of a lifetime, but also some very pivotal spiritual experiences that have made me the Christian I am today. So anyway, I love all of you. May God bless you richly. As I say so often, I'll see you around the bend. God only knows where. Take care as we serve Christ and run to win, doing all things for the gospel's sake here in the great North Central region.